Hey babies, we're gonna do some tarot using the original Rider-Waite tarot deck. I haven't used this in a while. There is a storm coming, is what I just heard. Some of you that watched my channel message earlier know that that's metaphorical, because there's something in the air. There's something shifting. I'm hearing power changing hands. I also saw the Seven of Swords, which is not totally off base here. Hold on, let me turn this down. All right, Spirit, what do we need to know? What do we need to know? Powerful time. All right, we got the Strength card. All right, I can see what's going on here. We got the Strength card, the Six of Swords, the Nine of Wands, the Two of Cups in reverse, the Ace of Cups, and the Eight of Cups in reverse. You either are blocking yourself from walking away from something that doesn't serve you, or you're in the process of walking away from it. Some of you are already on the other side of this, but the vast majority of the people I think that I'm talking to are still in the process of walking away. It's taking a lot of strength to be where you are right now, is what I'm hearing. It's taking a lot of strength for you to trust this process. And you're being encouraged to continue to trust. If you're not in a trusting place, Spirit's asking you to get on board, because what's happening is you're being rescued, is what I'm hearing. You're being removed from a toxic situation. This person here is guiding you somewhere safer. You can look at this as God. You can look at this as your ancestors. You can look at this in any way you want. But either way, it's you leaving a situation that doesn't serve you for something that does. Because where you've been, the Wounded Warrior card has really put you in a place of distrust, mistrust, and you don't know if you're safe or not. Spirit's asking you to trust that where you've been has served its purpose. It's time to go. You are safe, but only if you trust the process to remove yourself from what has been hurting you, okay? Some of you, this could be a broken marriage, a broken relationship, a disconnect. Okay, excuse me, a disconnect from self, which I feel like that was very indicative of not being able to speak up, not feeling heard, not hearing yourself, feeling stuck, feeling out of balance. But God is trying to empty your cup of what doesn't serve you to bring in what does, okay? This is basically the divine swooping in to make your cup overflow. I'm hearing a lot of you are depleted right now. I feel like I'm included in this. Energetically, I just know that I could use a boost, a new resource is what I'm hearing. The sun, for instance, I live in a region of the world that isn't very sunny at all, and it hasn't been for the last 5 months. And so I know that once I get that extra boost Spirit's trying to bring in, my cup is going to overflow in every direction. Let go of what isn't serving you to make room for what is, okay? Because you have a lot of clarity coming in, is what I'm hearing. I'm not going to take that because it was on the top and you have no idea that I didn't place that there. I should have looked at it though, because if it comes out again, it's always nice to know. All right, Spirit, what does this beautiful collective need to know at this very intense moment? Okay, the Ace of Cups again. You are held. Look at this hand holding this cup. This is God's hand holding you, holding you. This is love coming in. An outpouring of love is what I just heard. The other card to come out was the Nine of Cups. It came out in reverse, but it fell, and I don't necessarily believe that that was supposed to be in reverse, especially because it came out with the Ace of Cups. What I'm hearing is some of you are blocking this blessing by not letting go of what is filling your cup. Ask yourself honestly, is where you are serving you? Who you're with, are they really what you want? Do you feel seen and heard in the situation that you're in? Do you feel valued? Do you feel like what you give is equal to what you get from whatever the situation is? It could be work. It doesn't have to be love. It could be your housing, the town that you live in, okay? You've got something beautiful coming in. Make room. The tower's on the bottom. Exactly. You've got to clear what is no longer serving you. This is a natural progression is what I'm hearing. This is a tree being struck by lightning. This is God trying to come in and intervene, okay? Because God's trying to take you out of this Five of Swords energy. of just feeling stuck and chaotic and stressed, and into the fucking King of Cups, which is the complete opposite. Look at how peaceful he looks. The water represents his emotions. No matter what's going on around him, and gender doesn't matter here, he always remains calm and centered. Okay, and by always, I mean, obviously we have a moment. Sometimes we need a moment to freak out. Okay, get it out of the way, but know that ultimately you are held. You are safe. Oh my gosh, that's a beautiful card. Okay, I just cut the deck to the Five of Cups and the Ace of Wands in reverse. Because some of you are looking in the direction of what hasn't gone well, you are blocking your creativity. And I'm hearing like hemorrhaging. You're hemorrhaging energy in a direction that doesn't serve. I do want to share that the last couple days, I know that sometimes my collective like pushes a lot of dark energy toward me because they're resisting what I'm saying. And then it is like that. It's something that I have to transmute, and it takes me down. Sometimes it takes me out for a couple of days. I feel like I just came out of a dark tunnel and I'm like, whoa, what just happened? The weather's been really stormy here as well. There was a part of me that went into a fear place. I mean, and partly it was just because I didn't have enough resources to go somewhere else necessarily. And I mean, and this is moment to moment, right? I've been posting videos. Clearly I've been in a pretty good place, but I've been allowing myself a little more than normal to feel afraid. Afraid of money, afraid of not knowing where I'm going to live, afraid of what's next, just, you know. And there was a sense of blocking my creativity. Today, I felt like I came out of the tunnel of darkness and I just feel clear again. I feel drained. I feel kind of exhausted, okay? Because I know that I've been fighting through a lot of darkness and transmuting it into love and light for you guys and for myself and the collective at large. But now, I feel like my creativity is unlocked. Today I woke up feeling inspired, cleaned, you know, the house, and just feeling inspired to create art, to create music, to create magic, because I'm not looking in the direction of things that did not serve me. And underneath that is the world, okay? In reverse, you are trying to be birthed out this canal. This is a portal. This is a portal card for me. You're trying to be birthed out this canal, but there's some part of you blocking it because you're scared. And again, I share all this vulnerability with you because I want you to know that I understand that I'm not just somebody who's pointing the finger at you and, you know, pretending like I'm fine or just being so fine that you guys can't relate to me. All right? I can relate to what you're going through because I'm going through it myself. All right, Spirit, what else do we need to know? Woo! Take a breath with me if you need to release some intense energy. Meditate today if you haven't already. Pray, connect with God, connect with your guides, give gratitude for everything you have. In the chaos, sometimes it's easy to forget what we have, all right? Ace of Wands in reverse again. Just interesting. We're getting a lot of similar themes here. 808 on my timer. There is something trying to be birthed out of you. The Four of Pentacles and the Six of Swords again. So yeah, God's trying to take you somewhere else. But there's some part of you that's resisting, that's holding on to everything you have. I'm hearing this, and I mean, I can relate, all right? I just spent all my money on this Airbnb, and it's like, there is fear. I understand why people hold on, because it gives you some sense of safety, but we have to understand that God is in charge here. We don't have to think 10 steps ahead now, because God is taking over. That is what this new paradigm is about. It's about showing other people how to surrender to the path, this divine path, our higher self, not our ego, not our fear, and trusting that we are safe. We don't have to hold on to every penny. All right? I'm being told, spend the money you have now on what you need, because more will come in before you need it again. You know, like, don't worry about 10 steps ahead, because what I want to do, my ego wants to hunker down, know where I'm going to live for the next month, not have to think about money, you know? But Spirit's asking me to spend the money I have now on surviving and just trust that more will be on the other side. Is it fun? No, not at all. Sometimes I'm really angry about it. I'm not gonna lie. This is your ego fighting, you know? Don't resist it, don't reject it either. That's the thing. That's why I said sometimes we do need to freak out. Let the emotions out. There's nothing wrong with having emotions about this. All right, I'm gonna take the Six of Swords and the Ace of... Yeah, and under that was the Four of Cups, which is about apathy. This card comes up a lot recently because a lot of us feel like we've had wait, here, is weird. We've had a lot of things that have not gone well, and so we expect, it's almost like we're expecting more things to go wrong. But I really need you to hear me in that when we expect things to go wrong, that is when they go wrong. When we expect things to go right, be brave enough to expect things to go right. Be brave enough to trust that you're cared for, because you are. Okay, Jim Carrey is coming to mind, somebody that I admire and adore. He is a very spiritual being who manifested his reality as a famous person with a lot of fucking money. And he tells a story about how he wrote himself a $10 million check. And I don't know the whole story, like detail for detail, but it sounded like it was kind of down to the bare, like the moment of truth. Like, you're about to get evicted, you have nowhere to go, you don't have any money, like that kind of moment. And boom, he got these 3 different contracts for movies that most of us know and love from the 90s that changed his life. And guess how much he made? $10 million. The only reason why I'm bringing this up is because A, I was guided to, but B, he's a person just like you and I. We look at him as someone above us because he strove for it, he went for it. And what he did was he trusted even in the darkest moment. He didn't go get a job out of fear. He didn't succumb to his fear. That is what is being asked of us. It is terrifying. It is terrifying, but that is what is being asked of us. 7 of Cups and the 5 of Wands reversed. You're about to go from having all this competition and conflict, it's like lots of things going on, chaos, to, again, lots of things, 7 of Cups, but it's more like options this time. It's you getting to choose. Oh, 1144 on my timer. This is what I want. Okay, I just saw, it's kind of like going from being starving to a table full of food. You're just like, I don't even know what to eat first. I'm so excited. That's how you're gonna feel. You're gonna feel excited. And I also am drawn to this weird monster. It looks kind of like an alligator. I watched an alligator almost bite someone on a video earlier. I love animal videos. And they're not usually like violent like that, but I feel like that's a message for us. This is our ego, our fear. It's trying to get to us. It's trying to convince us that what you're seeing, these cups, all these options are a negative thing. That it's competition, that it's bad. Spirit wants you to know that having options is a good thing. Just because you haven't had options your entire life, for some of you, doesn't mean that it's a bad thing that you should run from. Oh, it's an interesting message. And as a person who, say for instance, you have had very few options in love, or you just haven't been very popular in your life, and you just haven't felt like you've had a lot of people giving you attention or giving you options. To go from that to having tons of them might feel really kind of scary and overwhelming, and also like a bit of a burden to some of you, because now you have to choose, and maybe you're not good at making decisions. Spirit wants you to know that being in a position of power in that way is a blessing. Just because you're not used to it doesn't mean that it's not a blessing. Try to see it that way instead of, and for a lot of you, this moment hasn't arrived yet. So just know that it's coming. Nemetona, I don't know how to pronounce that, sorry. Sacred space. Create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. Absolutely. If you're not connecting to the divine every single day, that's my first suggestion. If you want to change your life radically, commit to this path. Find discipline in this path. Prioritize this path, thank you, Spirit, over other things that don't matter to you. Money is just a thing. Working in a job that we don't love to create money is really not anything. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't contribute, it's nothing. When you work towards something because it matters, you have purpose, and you are excited about it, you create a dance with the divine that permeates the environment around it. It's like it awakens everyone around you. Yeah. When you're a servant to the divine, instead of money, instead of ego, instead of pride, instead of fear, you change the world. You change everything around you. Spend time with the divine. Spend time in prayer. Leap of fucking faith. Leap of faith. Ain. Again, I don't know how to pronounce these, sorry. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. These go hand in hand, or at least everything I just said. This was just a messenger for the bigger message I just said. 444 on my timer, okay? Take a leap of faith. Trust that you'll be caught. Some of you are so scared of falling on your face that you're not living. You're not living. Don't be so scared of death or whatever it is, failure. What is it that you're afraid of? That's the first thing you need to ask yourself. What am I truly afraid of? And then look that fear in the face. I guess what I'm afraid of right now is like, there's some irrational fear of being homeless or something. And I know that that's not going to happen because I'm held. Spirit shows me every day in so many ways. It's almost like hard to contain, which is why I can't stop making videos for y'all lately. You are held. Look your fear in the face. If it's healing trauma and you're afraid of it, what are you actually afraid of in facing it? Not having to run from it? See, here's the thing. Okay, thank you, Spirit. We could spend our entire lives running. Or we could turn around and face it. Be uncomfortable, be afraid for a time, and then never have to, or not never, but then not have to worry about it. I spent my entire life running, drinking to kill the pain, doing drugs, smoking cigarettes to kill the pain, getting together with really gross men that didn't deserve me, having friends that didn't treat me. We didn't care about getting to know each other in the way that I would care about that now. We just wanted to kill the pain and have fun. And look, I'm not blaming that part of myself, but once I faced all my fear, everything changed. I'm no longer running anymore. It's amazing. All right? Just know that you have a choice in every moment to stay stuck, to stay where you are and continue running your entire life. That's no way to live. That's no way to live. All right? Branch out, try something new. You're ready is what I'm hearing. And if you're not ready, now's the time to start getting ready. That's your main goal. That's your main focus. Your homework, I'm hearing. I can offer help. I can offer assistance in all of these areas if you need it. Synchronicities. An ascension. This one keeps coming out. Synchronicities. Y'all are going to be seeing a lot of synchronicities. It's going to make it hard for you to ignore what you're seeing. Spirit is going to make it hard for you to ignore. Crystalline activation. Yeah, some of you are going through some major activations and unravelings. You trust this process. The unraveling especially, because the unraveling is what has to happen before the activations. And I'm here. I'm a tower moment is what my guides tell me all the time. I'm a walking tower moment. I come into people's lives, even you in your living room right now, to shake things up, to shake the foundation, to stir things up in order to put them back together in a better way. I don't do this consciously. It's not like I walk around trying to do this. This is just my blueprint. Thank you, Spirit. This is my blueprint. In my life, I've had to face a lot of weird competitiveness, jealousy, aggressive, like my teachers just hated me. It's like, why does a teacher hate a 9-year-old when, they're really actually very polite and, you know what I mean? It was my energy. I had tower energy. People could tell. And so I still get that from different people, but more and more as I step into my power and I own it, what I'm getting is more people being drawn to it because they want that change. They invite me into their life to shake it up because they trust me now, I guess, because I trust myself. Thank you, Spirit. My point is, we all have things that are being unlocked within us right now. Trust the process, all right? You have some sacred gifts that the world needs, okay? I'm channeling something. A lot of you guys just need to open your mouth and start speaking is what I'm hearing. I used to do voice recordings during the I still do. What am I talking about? I do them all the time, but I used to do them every day during the pandemic when I was isolated and alone and I needed someone to talk to. I would just talk to myself in voice recordings and save them. And I've been able to go back and see how much I've grown. I've also been able to get to know myself this way, learn how intuitive I was in witnessing moments, going back and witnessing moments that were really, really hard, witnessing my strength, just getting to know myself. And because I wasn't in relationships, that's how we get to know ourselves primarily, is through other people. I wasn't with other people for almost 4 years. And even still, I'm pretty much alone all the time. But Spirit wants you to get to know yourself so that you know what you're offering, who you are, why it matters. And it was also part of the reason why I've been able to become so authentic. I didn't have to try because over the course of 4 years, I was just getting to know myself, allowing myself to flow and be free in a recorded. That's why I can speak like this. I'm channeling, but it's also because I'm allowing myself to trust the process. And I got all that through recording myself talking, I swear. It was very healing for me. Spirit's encouraging you to just start talking. Start talking. Get to know yourself. And if you're constantly surrounded by people, change that. You need to get out for walks in the woods alone. You need to get away from people. You need to have your own time. Even if it's just to go in your room and put in headphones like a teenager and draw and just pretend like they're not there. That's what teenagers do, right? You make the best out of what you have, okay? I know this message was a lot of different things. Spirit's guiding me to show you these again. You have something trying to come in that's real beautiful, just like you. But you have to open your heart, do some chakra cleansing for a lot of you, heart specific, throat specific, I'm hearing. Also sacral and root. Okay, just go do some chakra cleansing. I offer that if you need some assistance, but you can also just go on YouTube and look it up and find something free. Okay, no excuses is my point. No excuses. Cleanse that space and make room for what's coming. Stop holding on. Let the tower fall so that God can take you somewhere safer, somewhere where you're going to feel peaceful, okay? Peaceful. You're not going to have to be strong anymore. You're going to be able to flow with your intuition. Your life is about to change. Let yourself be birthed out the other side of the canal, okay? So that you can have this new beginning. God is handing you that torch again. This is the theme I keep coming up with. I know this isn't a literal torch, but I'm handing you a torch. It's your turn to go contribute to the collective. It's your turn to show up and share your gifts. It's your turn to share your story, Spirit's saying. Don't be afraid of sharing your story. If everyone was afraid to share their story, we would all feel massively alone. You've got to be there for yourself. You've got to be there for others, and you've got to be there for God and your soul path, okay? If you need a private reading or you want to work with me, mentorship, self-love coaching, and chakra cleansing, thank you, Spirit. It's sacredmuseproject.com. I'll put it in the description box as well as the comments. I love you. Keep going. You're amazing.